Now, I'm sure you all know what Chillrend is at this point. If you have, then you maybe have just been living under a rock. Everyone knows about its appearance, its damage, its where to find it, and all that jazz. But how many of you actually know of its origins? Like, how many of you asked the question, like, where was it found? Where was it first found? Was it made by a Daedra prince? Or how the hell did it end up in Mercer Frey's basement? Well, in this video, I hope to answer some of those questions about this very unique, peculiar blade. I won't be covering any of its stats or already where to find it, as there is already a ton of other shit about that in other videos. I just simply want to tell you its story. So, why don't we all just take a seat by a fire, and let's tell you a story. Children's story begins all the way back in the late Third Era in the province of Cyrodiil. A Redgar adventurer by the name of Valis Odell was a man bred for combat. He was an accomplished adventurer who wandered all across Tamriel, from the grasslands of Hammerfell to the towers of the Imperial City. In order to become such an accomplished adventurer, he needed a special weapon in order to deal with all the dangers of the world. And as you guessed it, that weapon happened to be Chillrend. Unfortunately, this is where history gets a little foggy. Not many people know how he came into possession of such an incredible, unique blade. It's simply he could have found it in an abandoned fortress, as many of the unique blades of Skyrim are found. Or it could be possible that he impressed the Daedra Prince Ithelia, with his discovery of so many uncommon known roads and paths. But unfortunately, this is all theory, as nobody really knows how exactly he came into possession of it. But anyways, decades of him traveling every corner of Tamriel, just doing odd jobs, being an adventurer. It wasn't until after doing this for so long that he finally realized that he wanted to settle down. The roads were just becoming too long. He was tired of walking them, so he decided it was finally time to settle down. That's when he decided to return to the province of Cyrodiil and buy a farm just outside the city of Coral. It was here that he started a family. Although unmarried throughout his whole life, he eventually had two sons named Antus and Ralius, I believe is his name. Life was peaceful. Life was calm. Life was enchanting. He never had any regrets about leaving the adventurer's life behind. Unfortunately, one day it all came crashing down, when his farm was suddenly attacked by a horde of huge goblins. His children were slain and his farm completely destroyed. Desperate and devastated, he went to the guards of Coral to help him kill the goblins, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Until one such man dressed in Imperial Dragon armor approached him and said he could help him. This man had turned out to be the hero of Kvatch himself. Donning Chillrend once more, Valis and the hero made their way to his farm, where he saw his farm completely ransacked by these goblins that seemed to be just dancing on the graves and bodies of his very family. Overcome with anger, grief, and rage, every emotion hit him at once. Unsheathing Chillrend from his scabbard, he slash, charged the goblins. Goblins were no match for him. They cried out in agony as the glass powerment and the frost powers completely tore the goblins to shreds. And with the hero himself at his back, the goblins stood little to no chance. The ground was littered with blood, and through all this blood, and through all this anger of killing the goblins, the pain of losing his family could not be going away anytime soon. Looking at his blood-soaked children, he realized that he wanted nothing more than to just lay it down and live a peaceful life. Looking at the hero of Kvatch, he thought to himself, how the heck could he repay this man? The hero himself, who not only prevented the Oblivion Crisis, but took time to avenge his family. Well, wanting nothing more than to leave the adventurer's life behind, looking at Chillrend, the answer seemed obvious. handing the Chillrend over to him as thanks, and wanting nothing more to leave it behind. He handed it over to him, where Chillrend was finally in the hands of the hero of Kvatch himself. And like Valius, Hero of Kvatch used Chillrend on many occasions, slaying Dremora, slaying bandits, slaying even that annoying mountain lion that just not seemed to leave you alone. Although, this is when history, once again, it gets a little foggy, as the next time we even so much as hear Chillrend in written text is in the mid of the 4th era. Mercer Frey, as you all know him, was a well-known man, not necessarily in the best way, but in a sense that he was just really good at taking things that weren't his. Well, in possession of these amazing skills, and with the good luck granted him by the skeleton key of Nocturnal herself, he managed to stumble upon Chillrend, whether it was from a caravan, or once again, probably robbing a dang house that he had no business being in. He took Chillrend for himself. However, he seemed to be completely unaware of the powers that this little blade possessed, as not only did he just store it in his basement in a display case for anything to see, but little did he know of the future that this blade would hold when the last Dragonborn himself would come into possession of it. Donning Chillrend ourselves, we get to write this next chapter of its history. Thank you for watching. I know this was a pretty short video, but I just wanted to get a little backstory on Chillrend. I know many people love the blade, I know many people talk about it, but that was basically a good summed up story of how Chillrend came to be. Yes, there are some holes, yes, there's some plot holes and all that stuff, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have many more weapons I wish to do covers of. If you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments down below. Thank you, and have a nice day.